Welcome to 3M Vacuity. This is a homemade video here just to give you an impression of what 3M Vacuity is all about. What we're looking at would be the outside of potentially a retail or store environment, and what you're seeing is a graphic displayed on a thin piece of glass, or it's Plexan right here. And the components to the system is obviously the glass, but what the secret of the sauce is on the back side here, as I turn off the projector, is a rear projection film that is made by 3M, and it allows the light that's projected from the projector to go through the film, very similar to the materials that are used in flat screens and plasmas, and the black absorbs the ambient light, and there's little glass beads and crystals sandwiched within the black that allow the viewer that's on the front side of this to witness just a fantastically brilliant, bright picture. Now, the other components to this, obviously you've seen the glass and the film, there's the projector, and then there's your content, which for what we're using right now is sitting on this hard drive here. It's just a portable hard drive. That could be a laptop, a desktop, it could be a network port coming in that is bringing in the content to the projector, that is then projected onto the film and through the glass. What I'm going to do next is, we're in a room with fairly bright lights, lamps, fluorescent lights, and that's the beauty of this, is that this is bright no matter what the ambient light is. So if you're thinking about walking by the graphic as it would be portrayed out on the sidewalk, it might be a bright sunny day, it doesn't matter. When the lights are out, it's even brighter, but not by much. So you can see now, this is the graphic. It'll actually get too bright here for a minute as the white clouds go by. I can't change the aperture on the camera. But that's the beauty of it. Whether it's day or night, the light on the outside, where the viewer or the consumer is going to come into contact with the branded message, it stays very, very bright. Now, obviously there's a couple of components that we talked about: the glass, the film, the projector, and the hard drive. And then you have to also worry about what kind of content you're going to display via the projector. And the content can be anything. It can be still pictures, it can be moving images, video, MPEGs, JPEGs, .movs, whatever the content is, as long as it can be displayed on a computer and projected through a digital projector, it will work. Now, what you also see with this is the shape of the graphic. It's three kind of staggered rectangles. Again, that can be any shape. This can be made basically to any size, and the shape that creates the film or the outline here would be the same shape that your film producers and post-production editors would use as a mask for your digital content that's going to be displayed through the film. So if you're thinking you want to do it in the shape of your logo, an oval, or just a standard aspect ratio of a TV screen or flat screen, that's fine too. Now, as far as how large it can get, the material comes on rolls that is about 4 feet wide, but like any kind of self-adhesive vinyl, the film can be butted up together and made into a complete window. The only thing that you have to worry about then is, if it gets very large, is the throw length from the back of this screen here to the projector. So you have to be able to move the projector back far enough that's going to cast a large enough image on the window. So those are all things that MMT gets involved with the company, with the agency that is desiring of putting this into place. So we'll get involved right from the get-go, do site surveys, take a look at the environment that is going to house the projector, the windows, the amount of space, the positioning of where the projector is going to go. That's all the project management that we take care of, that factors into really how much this is going to cost. So again, hopefully this gives you an idea. It's not as nice as if I were there in person showing you the actual graphics, because it really is brilliant. It is something to see. And if you're looking again at a retail environment where consumers are looking to interact with your brand, your products, etc., this is a fine tool. It's much more grabbing, if you will, of the consumer's eye than say a flat screen or a plasma that's going to be behind a window, because if you think about it, the glass is going to cause some reflection. The plasma is not going to grab your eye until you're just about in front of it. Whereas if I get all the way over here on the side, and again, we're doing this via film, but I'm almost 180 degrees to one side of it. If I'm walking down the sidewalk, it's starting to catch my eye very, very soon in the process. So the time of interaction that the consumer has with the brand is much greater than a flat screen or a plasma. That one last thing to mention as well is that the technology itself is a rear projection film, but this can be brought together with interactive touchscreen technology as well. So if you imagine that this is the external glass that a consumer is going to see on the outside of a retail environment. The film is on the inside, so they don't touch that. And then if we wanted to make this some type of interactive kiosk where the consumer is actually touching, that type of technology would be combined and put on, again, on the inside portion of the glass. So that if you had some kind of kiosk where a consumer wanted to interact and choose a product, change colors, change features, that sort of thing, that can also be combined with the 3M Vacuity technology. Again, 3M Vacuity from MMT.